It's a competitive world. Try to look for ways so that you can stand out, you can be differentiated. You need to think beyond frameworks.
Right.
You need to be more imaginative, and that's only when you can, come out with best results for the brand and for yourself also. We are generally told that, think out of the box. A good MBA program will teach you exactly that.
Right.
So pick a program which can do so for you.
You know, a lot of the times, what the B school students miss the most is the campus where they have spent the 2 years of their life. And to revisit that campus, we have an alum from IRMA who has been in this campus, who has spent 2 years of her life and has graduated from here in the year 2016. Shefali here is going to tell us a little bit more about her journey, how her life has been, and from these little hamlets to now working with Amul, how has that experience been? Let's talk about your life a bit, your journey a bit. You started off as someone who's interested in science. You did your engineering, and then you thought that you wanted an MBA in your life. Tell me, why does this shift happen in engineers? Why do you think that engineers prefer to go for an MBA, and what was your case?
Right, so I cannot comment about all engineers out
Right,
there,
of course.
but I can talk about what went with me. So I'm from Pink City, Jaipur. Okay, my father is a businessman. He's a postgraduate in commerce,
Right.
and my mother is a graduate in science and a postgraduate in economics. Okay, so I had this perfect environment where I could develop a mind for data-driven business. Okay, so science was obviously my first choice because I was groomed in such an environment. It was my interest. So I picked up engineering. So I finished engineering in electronics and communication. Okay, and then after that I joined IRMA because I wanted to do something in business.
Right.
I wanted to do something different. So IRMA looked like a perfect choice for me.
You said you wanted to do something different, and IRMA is a little different, and this shows, the moment you get in here, this B school looks a little different. Was that the case for you as well when you were making that selection, and what were you keeping in mind when you wanted to pin down that this is the B school that I want to be part of?
I'm reminded of a famous dialogue from web series. अब उनको ज़िंदगी में कुछ daring करना था. So yeah, that's what I was looking at. I wanted to do something different, and that's when my teachers told me that you can look at IRMA. It's a different institute. Then I delved deeper. I researched. I looked at the alumni base, professors teaching here, its curriculum, and all the internships that one goes through. It looked like a good place to study business, and to top it up, I was going to get rural exposure.
Right.
And rural India is what 70% of India is. When I went to internships, I had my rural immersion program in the beginning, that was for about a week, and then my VFS internship, that's for about 45 days. I got to know the realities of rural. And more than the challenges, I could see the opportunities. A
Absolutely.
professional, all that a professional can do by inculcating problem-solving skills.
Your first experience must have been the internship that you did, or the VFS program?
Yeah, VFS. Yeah.
The VFS program that you did. Tell us a little bit about the VFS program. What exactly happens, and how does that actually alter your beliefs and ideas about certain certain norms that we have, certain biases that we have in our mind? Does that somewhere get challenged?
Yes, it does. And so when I went for VFS, I was in Umarda village. It's in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so I had to stay there for 45 days. And it was the first time I was actually living in a rural setting. In retrospect, I can say it's not enough time to know everything about rural, but it's a good enough time to get a sense of it.
Right.
So I got to interact with people. I got to see their sanitary conditions, their education level, and their resources, temples, wells, etc. That brought me closer to rural, that made me understand rural consumers better. And most importantly, it brought me out of my comfort zone.
Right.
And today, as a professional, when I'm formulating some strategy for urban setting, I'm as much comfortable to make something for rural also.
Sales and marketing roles, no matter wherever you are, whichever sector you are in, whichever company you are working in, you have to travel. and that goes without saying that there are frequent travels involved, they are talking to stakeholders involved, they are going to places which are probably not on the maps also, that is involved. So in this kind of situations, was it intimidating to begin with? And also, it's a running fact, and we talk about it a lot, and we want to address it here also, that a lot of times what happens is female students, they don't take up sales roles because maybe these are the kind of concerns that are there, the security, safety concerns that are also there, that also crosses their mind. So was that something that you were also thinking at that point in time?
Being a marketeer is so thrilling and adventurous. I'll tell you, I have been to Rameshwaram and Kanyakumari down south. I have been to Sitamarhi, Muzaffarpur, Karimganj, Guwahati, Cherrapunji in east and northeast. Okay. A close home in Gujarat. I've been to Petla, Tarapur, Khambodach. Visiting all these places, and needless to mention, I've been to all major cities and metros of India. I've also traveled abroad for work. It has been so enriching and exciting. I never cared, okay, if I'm a woman. Initially there was a bit of hesitation, but once you are on field, okay, so whenever I'm on field, I visit, let's say, at least 30 shops per day. I have interacted with more than hundreds of consumers and trade partners on these visits. The kind of exposure I've got, I've definitely become a better professional and marketer because of these visits.
Let's talk about the company that you are working in right now. When it was time for final placement, were you sure that you wanted to be part of Amul? And if yes, what was the prep like? What was the frenzy like at that point in time, when that ultimate selection was happening, and how did you get through?
So yes, Amul was my first choice. It's the sought after brands for sales and marketing role. People want to be in Amul because the kind of exposure Amul gives you, I don't think anybody else can offer. I was sure and very confident of myself because I was good in academics and I also had amazing internship experience. And since they are seasoned, I made sure that I do not rehearse or try to cook up anything.
Right.
I just wanted to be honest, and that's what I did. I just went there, had a smile on my face and answered everything honestly, and I just made it. It was so simple, and when the results came out that I was one of the people who had made it to Amul, I was so thankful to everything. I called up my family and thanked God for giving me this opportunity, and that moment I knew now there is no looking back.
Absolutely. And exactly this is what happened also with you, there was no looking back. You were given a project which was pretty challenging to begin with. Let's just talk about that project a little bit. What exactly happened in that project that you were handling, and with that success, did something change in you professionally?
So I was assigned the role of area sales manager.
Right.
Okay, and my first task was to launch Dice Cheese. So it's more of an institutional product.
Dice Cheese right now for our audiences is pretty much well known. The Amul Dice Cheese that we all have maybe in your breakfast. Right.
Looked like a non-starter that time because I was a woman, fresher, and I had no idea of the tricks of the trade.
Right.
And people in business are so smart and so shrewd, but I knew that I had to do something about it. I just can't sulk and get disappointed and demotivated. So I recalled the nuances I had picked up watching my father do his business.
Right.
Okay, and I also recalled all that I'd learned from my professors and on field and everywhere. I knew what I was supposed to do. So I started approaching the prospective parties. I conducted several rounds of negotiations. I had many meetings with them. I also organized launch conference. After doing all of this, I somehow could start getting sales.
Right.
And all the efforts paid off. Today we're the market leader in the area. I was supposed to launch it.
How much of that area study or people study or knowing people what they want is required? And do you have any story around this also?
I mean, I always quote this thing that before you become a marketer or a professional, you need to understand consumer behavior.
Right.
If you can understand consumer and the market as such, getting sales is not that difficult a task.
What happened next to you that made you think that this is an organization I want to stick to because I see growth here, I see potential here, and I can see myself delivering results from here on?
So after my sales assistant, I was tasked to handle brand Amul as brand manager. It's a range of beverages. Okay? It's a very, very wide portfolio. I'll talk about my learnings, okay? Particularly from last 1 year, since the pandemic started. Everything was stuck. Everything had come to a standstill, especially in terms for the supply chain and logistics. Yeah. And it was the same time when consumers were homebound and demand had picked up. People wanted a lot of products to consume. And as a market leader, we had to do something about it. So from scratch, during that lockdown period, we curated a complete range of immunity beverages. We launched India's first seltzer, which is dairy-based fruity and fizzy drink. It's in 5 flavors. We launched breakfast range. It's 4 drinks are there. Then milkshakes and also Panchamrit. So almost we launched 30 packs during lockdown and months that followed. One thing that I could learn, a brand has to be really agile, and to be at the top of the game, you have to be really quick in your execution. You need to think beyond frameworks.
Right.
You need to be more imaginative, and that's only when you can come out with best results for the brand and for yourself also.
When we talk about brand managers, what does a brand manager at Amul do? What sort of responsibilities do you have to take in every day when you look at it, your profile? What exactly do you think that you want to achieve and then you work towards it?
Brand is our single point objective. We focus all our efforts to groom our brand. We also think of future.
Right.
Okay? While we are working in present, we have to future proof the brand. We have to see what is it that the consumers may ask for in future.
Correct.
So as a brand manager, we are the custodian of the brand. Okay? And everybody in the system looks up to the brand manager for that particular brand.
Right.
The sales part of it, operations, ensuring that stocks are reaching consumers right time. So looking after the entire supply chain. We have to start with production planning. That is most important because our machines are running 24/7.
Yes.
So starting with production planning to where all the stocks will go, all that planning is to be done by the brand manager. Okay. Then there is team to look after the operations part of it. And then media planning, okay, creating new campaigns with agencies. So all of that is to be done by the brand manager. While I'm an employee, I'm allowed and promoted to work as an entrepreneur. So I can think like a startup, I can think of new concepts, I can propose it, and nobody stops us from executing these things. A brand manager's day is never same. So I can vouch for it in last 5-6 years of my career in sales and marketing. Not a single, no 2 days have been same.
And that's pretty much how your MBA life also is, right? When you are here, no 2 days are same because every day is a new challenge. Every day you are doing something new. You're trying to make yourself better. How do you think the learning that you've taken from here actually helped you in achieving and growing your portfolio and your learning every day in the corporate sector? And now that you're working with Amul for so many years, how do you think this entire approach has helped you?
IRMA gave me the foundation on which I could build my career with dedication. Then obviously Amul provided me the platform on which I could perform and use all my skills. All that I've learned about business, about dealing with people, then using the limited resources. And that's one most important thing. Nobody has unlimited resources.
Right.
So even as a brand custodian, I do not have all the resources in this world. To utilize that resource so that you get maximum returns out of it, is something I've learned from here, from the people I've met outside, to see how they, utilize the resources in the best possible way. So today, whatever I'm doing is because Irma taught me well.
So, Shefali, hailing from that pink city, looking at your father doing business, to now actually yourself handling such a big business and taking decisions every day, what do you think has changed in your life when you're looking at professionally or personally both, and where do you see yourself next?
Last year, when Forbes recognized me in their prestigious under 30 list in advertising, marketing, and media category, it was so overwhelming, and I could only think of Irma and Amul for being the catalyst in my journey, so that I could get such big recognition. I'm a learner. I treat myself as a student forever.
Right.
Yeah. So going forward, I want to pick up more skills which which are more relevant in future. I can also contribute to society, staying relevant.
Before we let you go, Shefali, we are sitting in this beautiful location, this beautiful afternoon, and the setting sun in front of us. What is it one advice that you want to leave our audience?
So my advice to students particularly would be that it's a competitive world. Try to look for ways so that you can stand out, you can be differentiated. For me, it was Irma, right? For you, it could be anything. Secondly, we are generally told that think out of the box. A good MBA program will teach you exactly that.
Right.
So pick a program which can do so for you.
All right, Shefali, that was some amazing advice for a lot of these students who are watching this. I'm sure they're going to find value and they're going to relate themselves with your journey as well. Thank you very much for taking out time, and I wish you all the very best for achieving all the goals that you have set for yourself and taking newer challenges in life. With that, we come to the conclusion for this particular video. I will let Shefali roam around this beautiful campus again for her to bring back certain memories that she has. If you wish to know more about this particular institute, there's a link in the description. You can check that out, and do tell us in the comments below if you like this video and if you want us to make more such videos. Thank you very much.